Let's talk about financial literacy basics that everyone should know. If you're new here, I'm Julie, your favorite finance sis, former Wall Street banker and MBA grad, now helping you learn about personal finance and take control of your financial future. First things first, let's talk about financial literacy. What does financial literacy mean? Financial literacy is simply understanding how finances work. What you spend, what you earn, how it flows together, and how to make the most of your money. First, the goal here is not for you to become a financial expert overnight, but maybe over time. The goal today is for you to understand the basics so that you can empower yourself to take better control of your money and to learn how to spend your money in a way that aligns with you and your lifestyle and your goals. Some people say they're not interested in learning about finance or they don't want to manage their own money, but I believe that learning about finance is a core life skill and that at least knowing the basics is essential. Money touches everything, your choices, your freedom, your stress levels, and even your relationships. So having a fundamental understanding of it is really important. Today, I'm gonna go through the basics. We're gonna start with budgeting. We're also gonna cover debt, savings, and investments. And lastly, how to protect your money. Let's start with budgeting. I know a lot of people don't like budgets because they associate them with restriction. But I'm here to ensure you that a budget does not need to be restrictive. It's just about managing your money effectively so you know what's coming in and you know what's going out every single month. One of the easiest ways to get started with a budget is to track all your income and then set up the 50-30-20 method. There are a lot of different methods out there, but the 50-30-20 one is one that I have been following for a while and that I swear by. The 50-30-20 method is essentially taking 50% of your income and allocating it to your non-negotiable living expenses. These are things like rent, utilities, your car payment, any bills that you can't go without paying or money that you cannot go without spending, like essential food and transportation, as well as any mandatory debt payments. So after you have your 50% allocated to your essential spending, the next portion is going to be your 20% that is going to go to wealth building. Now, this can be anything from investing in your 401k or your Roth IRA to saving money for a specific goal, like maybe you're getting married soon or you want to buy a house soon, as well as any additional debt payments that you want to make in addition to what is mandatory. So if your mandatory amount that you need to pay on your student loan every month is $200 and you want to invest an extra $50 on top of that, that extra $50 would go in this bucket. Then you have your 30% bucket. Your 30% bucket is for wants. It's for lifestyle. It's for nice to have. That fancy gym membership that you want because it makes you feel good. The money that you spend dining out with friends, those are going to go in your wants bucket. Next, let's talk about savings. Life is unpredictable, and you can think of savings as your safety net. It helps you deal with the ups and downs of life and gives you peace of mind that if something goes wrong, you can handle it. I encourage you to start saving with an emergency fund. An emergency fund can be anywhere from 3 to 6 months of expenses saved in a high yield savings account or a similar vehicle. You want to make sure you save an emergency fund in an account that's generating interest for you. Look up the latest for interest rates of high yield savings account and put your money in one that generates a good return. Once you have the account set up automated payments so that your money can be transferred from your checking account or wherever your pay is deposited into your high yield savings account so that you don't even think about it. Savings is something that you should set up that should come out of your pay before you spend. Next, we're going to talk about high level debt. Debt can be good or bad. A lot of people think of it as just like a complete negative thing because you have to pay it off over time and it can disadvantage you in certain ways. And if it's abused, it can be really, really bad. But overall, there are two types of debt, good debt and bad debt. Essentially, good debt helps you build wealth in the future or increase your earnings potential. These are things like student loans or a mortgage for a home. While you don't want to abuse these types of good debt, having them can be a tool that adds value to your life and increases your wealth in the future. Conversely, bad debt does not help you build wealth. It does not increase your future earnings potential, and it's generally not good to have. Bad debt just takes from you instead of paying it forward to you in the future. Bad debt includes things like credit cards and personal loans for non-essential expenses. When it comes to debt payoff, there are two primary methods that have been popularized. One is the snowball method, and the second is the avalanche method. The snowball method is essentially listing all of your debts, paying off the smallest debt first, gradually working your way down, paying off one debt after another. This method is good for people who need the psychological boost of seeing their debts get reduced over time and seeing them just get completely paid off one after the other. The snowball method, however, does not save you as much money as the avalanche method. The avalanche method consists of listing your debts in order from the highest interest rate to the lowest interest rate and paying off the highest interest rate debt first. Listing your debts from highest interest rate to lowest interest rate makes sense because when you pay off the highest interest rate debt first, you are saving money in interest payments over time. The avalanche method, however, does not give you the benefit of the snowball effect or seeing your debts paid off very quickly. Because your highest interest rate debt might not be the smallest amount, it might take you longer to pay it off than paying off your smallest outstanding balance. Regardless of which of these two methods you choose, it's really important to pay off any bad debt as soon as possible. Once you have your bad debt paid off, you can set up a payment plan to pay off any good debt that you might have in your life. Okay, next, let's talk a little bit about investing. Investing is when you put your money to work for you. It's using your money to make more money. Investing should be one of your top goals. If you want to get started with investing, one really simple way to do that is to start investing in your employer's retirement account, whether that's a 401k or 403b or other type of account. This is one easy way to start today. Once you have your retirement account set up and you've started investing in that, you can also open other taxable investment accounts. I'll make a video on this later going into detail on your different options. But essentially, if you're a new investor, you want to start simple. Index funds and ETFs are a good way to get started. Now let's talk a little bit about your credit score and obtaining credit. In the US, your credit score matters a lot. It can affect your ability to get credit, to make different types of investments, and to qualify for different opportunities such as renting an apartment or buying a house. There are a few different factors that go into calculating your credit score, but some of the most important ones are your payment history, the amount that you owe in relation to your total credit limit, the length of your credit history, when the last time you opened up a new card or took out a new loan is, and the different mix of your credit. A couple key things to keep in mind here is to always pay your credit card bill on time. Late payments can reflect really badly on you. You also want to keep your credit utilization as low as possible. In other words, don't spend anywhere near your credit limits. You can check your credit report regularly online with a lot of free tools like Credit Karma or creditreport.com. Finally, let's talk about protecting your money. So your money is something that you work really hard for, so obviously you want to protect it. You want to minimize losses and you want to maximize returns. Ensuring that you have the right mix of different types of insurance and different types of accounts to build and protect your wealth is essential to success. For example, if you're renting an apartment, you want to make sure you have renter's insurance. If you own a home, you want to make sure you have homeowner's insurance. If you have a car, car insurance, and so forth. Also, if you have dependents, you also want to make sure you get a life insurance policy in place. In addition to insurance as a protection measure, you want to make sure you have the basics in order as well. Like, you want to password protect your accounts and not share these with people. You want to make sure you're not hiding money under the mattress and it's actually in a protected place. If you do have cash in your house, you want to put it in a safe. You can build your wealth up as much as you want, but if you don't have these type of protection measures in place to ensure your wealth continues to grow, isn't taken from you, and is safely passed on to the next generation, then it'll all be for nothing. So take some time and make sure you have these protection measures in place as well. Okay, so to summarize, we went through a lot of financial literacy basics and personal finance 101. So what do you do with all this information? Let's outline some key action steps that you can take right now to set yourself up for success. Number 1, start tracking your income and expenses on a monthly basis. Step 2, pay off any high interest rate debt or bad debt starting this month. 3, open an account and start building your emergency fund if you haven't already done so. 4, start investing. You want your money to work for you. Start with a retirement account if you don't already have one, and you can start with as low as $50 a month. But I really encourage you to get up to your wealth building percentage, which was that 20% of your income going to wealth building that we talked about earlier. Number 5, check your credit report. When was the last time you did this? It's probably been a while. Log into Credit Karma or creditreport.com, one of these free websites, and download your credit report, check your score, and do an evaluation. Make sure there's no inaccuracies, make sure there's no false information, make sure there's no glaring issues with late payments or accounts that you didn't open, and make sure you check your score and look at what recommendations that the website provides for you to improve it. I know we covered a lot today, but don't worry. Financial literacy is a marathon, not a sprint. And the more familiar you become with these concepts and practice implementing them, the better at it you will get. If you like this video, please like it, please subscribe, and you know the deal, share it with your friends to help support my channel and allow me to produce more informative videos just like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.